Hey guys, it's Angel. Welcome back to the channel, and we are today at Palmer Buddy Woods Municipal Airport here in Palmer, Alaska, and we're flying Coronado's gorgeous Beech 18. Now, it's not a review, I'm looking forward to flying this thing, and the skies look really nice right now, which is weird, but we're dealing with some pretty hefty weather today, and we've got a bit of a mission ahead of us. We're taking building supplies out to a cabin project up in the mountains, and, well, we need something that's got a little bit of kick to get us out there. We've got some good haulage space in the back of this thing, good half ton, so should do us just right for this. Maybe a little bit actually more than that, I believe. It's about 1,000 kilos of useful load. But we have got, crew and things on board. We're not fully loading up, so I'll call it a half a ton payload of tools, equipment, power tools, supplies, fuel, and general building materials out to the site. Now, we're heading up to Sheep Mountain. Why, you ask? Because it's called Sheep Mountain, and I had to pick somewhere to fly, and it's called Sheep Mountain, which is hilarious. So, without further ado, let's get ourselves ready to rock and roll. So, I already have my battery switches turned on. Let's make sure everything is nudged and wiggled so the sim recognizes it just about right. Those are already set to both, so let's make sure they are set onto both. And these do nothing, but you can wiggle it around and pretend you're priming things. It has sounds, but it doesn't do anything. Fuel tanks are set correct. Those are in as they should be. Cowl flaps are closed. Left engine start should be good to go. And I do need to, before we take off, remember this. Because guess what? It's not right as one might expect. And we're looking for Papa, Alpha. Nope, wrong one. Go back that way. Sierra. Papa. Sheep Mountain, that's the one we want, baby. Cool, we are set and ready to rock. 46 nautical miles. Winds can get pretty extreme today, but it's looking pretty bright outside, which is kind of weird. There's some darkness behind us though, so we'll have to see if we can get out of that in time. Let's clear prop. And it's not starting. Oh boy. That should be us good to go. I don't know why it doesn't do this sometimes. It's like it doesn't want to recognize certain things as being set. Those are all set correctly. These are all set as they should be. There we go, and suddenly it clicks. Left is good start. Right is click twice. Good start. Okay. Alright, we are good to go. Palmer traffic, November 403 CRX, we're ready to taxi runway 34 departure to the east. Roger, Palmer traffic. Taxiing runway 34 by Alpha. So that should be just up ahead of us, or below us actually, so we have to turn around here. Not a ton of visibility forward in the beach, but it's actually a good amount. Got a very panoramic view here. Leave our tail unlocked. Let's remember to check that one for our list. Now we have to cross the other runway here, but we should be alright. Now winds are going to be our big concern. We've got a headwind for takeoff, and we can land head into the wind at Sheep Mountain. But it's going to get pretty sketchy on the way there. We're currently tailwind taxiing here, so we need to be a little bit careful with how windy it is. We're getting a bit thrown to the side of the taxiway there. Can you see the airframe shaking actually? Yeah, it's gusty. Now there could be some rain on our way there, so we'll have to be ready for that, and I look forward to using the wipers in this gorgeous little plane. Taxi our way down here to 3-4, which will give us about 6 or 7 knots of crosswind component for the departure. Oh, hello. I'm having to hold my controls back because it wants to pick up the back of the aeroplane. Where did my yoke go? There it is. Oh, hello. Taxiway. This is why you don't look down. Palmer traffic crossing runway 248. November 403 CR X-ray. Okay, crossing over here. Not that I can see a ton of things, but we are crossing it. Pop the side window open. I do love that ability in these aircraft. Okay, and there's our wind. So it's sticking out sideways there, but it's not going to be a crosswind for our departure. At least as far as I'm aware. That'll be runway 34 over there. And I can see some droplets of rain coming down already, so we might be racing out the rain coming north. Or coming south, I should say. Alright, here we are. Whoa, this Nelly up here, and let's get ourselves on the runway and getting out of here. The quicker the better. Please slow down and don't tip over. Little quick here. Palmer traffic, November 403 X-ray, entering runway 34, departure to the west. East. I should really know which direction I'm going, shouldn't I? I find it does help. Flaps are set. Close and latch window. Palmer traffic, November 403 X-ray, departing runway 34. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, God. Cut throttle. That was aggressive. Whew. Runway excursion. That wind is actually nasty. Okay, are we good here? Are we good? Okay, we're good. Let's actually lock our tail wheel while we're at it, which is not something I did. Okay, let's give it some aileron for this departure. As it appears, we might be doing a bit more crosswind than we wanted to. Come on, hold the brake. No. Oh, buddy. No. Oh my God. We were on the grass, but we made it into the air. That's not the right... That wind's weird. Oh, buddy. That was nearly a crash on departure. My God. That was horrible. This plane isn't that badly behaved, but this weather is aggressive. It's probably way too much for this aeroplane to handle. But we're doing it anyway. Alright, let's get ourselves configured here. We at least made it out. Not well. Pretty horribly, in fact. But this thing weather vaned hard. Really hard. Okay, is that the way we're going around this side? I think we might be. Oh no, we're going straight ahead, unfortunately. But we're going through mountains here, so we're going to have to cut round to the left. So that was the world's most disgusting departure, and I do apologise for that. But that was a little spicy. Not my best flying. We left the actual paved surface of the runway and ended up sideways. Even with aileron in there for the crosswind, even with more power, that was extremely wild. Extremely wild. I wasn't expecting that. We were on 3-4, and we had a winds from basically 030 or 300. We should have been okay with a relative, headwind there, but it almost acted like we had full 29 knots of crosswind. Now, the sim may get very confused. That is entirely possible. Which I'm not surprised about, to be honest, but I was not expecting it to be that aggressive. This might be something worth noting for poor rudder authority in a crosswind for future reference. Let's try and stay below this cloud layer here. So our gear is up. What are our temps looking like? We are okay so far. Speed is not very high. Altitude 4,000. We'll give it a little kick on the lean. We don't need to go much higher than this. Sheet mount is not too high up. We are already heavy right now, which may not have actually helped as much. Make sure our transponder is actually on. It's a good first check. Well, I always forget in the simulator for some reason. That is not set correctly. cool. We are good there. Yeah, that is disgraceful takeoff. Hopefully our landing will be considerably better. We'll make sure of that. That is the goal, at least. So throttle's back to 30 inches. RPM. If I can find those under my desk in the darkness. Up to 2250. Maybe a little bit high on the props, but I want to try and deal with some of this wind. We'll stay to the downwind side of the valley. Means if we have to turn around, we've got more airspeed ahead of us. Obviously, if you've got the wind coming through a large valley, you're going to obviously want to turn around. You want to be, anyway, sitting to the side of a valley when mountain flying. But it's often a good idea to be to the lee side, because whilst you may get blown towards that side, you can control that. You could fly... You'll have more airspeed. If you end up slow because you're turning, you'll end up with a lot of headwind, which is good because it's more wind over the wing, which means you can be slower and still fly and still plane airborne. Obviously, you'll have to turn crosswind when you're probably your most vulnerable, but it can always get a little bit messy. If you're upwind, there's a good chance you'll get blown further as you're turning and slow. So we're passing Victory and a few other towns up here on the valley floor. As we are in one of the more picturesque parts of Alaska here. We're to the south of the state, but it's still one of the nicer parts. One of the places slightly less trafficked in the sim, I think. To the interior, towards the Canadian border. Look at that. It's also got decent satellite imagery here as well. At some point I will be flying out of Valdez, by the way, now they've actually added to the sim, finally. Oh boy, how Alaska was neglected in this sim with poor satellite imagery. But hey, things are starting to get a little bit better now. Not a ton, but they're better. And we've got some really fun strips. So one of the nice things about this one is even the small no-name strips often are pretty interesting and exciting to fly into. So this is me, by the way, letting go of the controls here. This is how the weather is. Of course, now it does nothing. But a minute ago I let go of the controls and it was all over the house. Whoa. Nose down, please. Let's cut across the mountains here, make us trip a little bit easier. Whoa, hello. Oh, nose down, thank you. Not fully open. Apparently you have two settings. Okay. Hoping that would be a slider rather than open or closed. But our temps are decent right now, so we're getting shaken around like a tin can. Whew. This might be a bit much for the beach. Now, if that had been a grass field, we could have taken off directly head into the wind out of Palmer, and that would have been lovely, but yeah, no, we ate a lot of apron there. Could you stop wobbling? Thank you. It's getting a bit snatchier. This could be a very interesting approach, so we'll have to see how this one behaves. I'm not editing out that takeoff. I'm not going to fly again just so I get a perfect one. I'm human, just like you guys, and we survived into the air before we died, so that's a win, right? We didn't hit anything. We probably would have survived that takeoff. It was horrific, but we would have lived. So I'm not going to edit that out. That gets to stay. Because I'm not perfect by any means. And these are pretty much above the flight conditions you would actually take off in. If this was gusting to 29 knots, I would not fly. Not into something like this. But this is the sim, and we get to pretend this is the most vital cabin build in the world, and we've got to go. Whoa, hello. I am going to be very nervous when we get there, because this thing at low speeds with these winds is going to be spicy. Sheep Mountain is not a big strip either, so we're going to have to be very on our toes. We are approaching Glacier View in Alaska, which will be where Sheep Mountain actually is. Now we're going to be at 2,700 feet, I should say, for this, and look at our details. We have, oh hello, 2,200 feet by 60 feet of gravel and dirt. So just over 2,200 feet by about 60 feet, so pretty wide gravel and dirt runway. This should be fine with 2,000 feet. Bloody hell, behave yourself, aeroplane. Alright. Whoa, dude, nose down. This is getting choppy. Really choppy. Whew. It's a spicy meatball. But just take a look outside at all this. Also, my feet aren't moving on the rudder, by the way. Yeah, my feet are not moving right now on the rudders. That is, Can you hear that wind? I'm completely hands and feet off the controls. Look at this view, though. My God. That is breathtaking. Oh, buddy, we're 0 viz right now. That's not going to be happening. That is not happening. I'm not flying through this terrain in these conditions, so... I'm going to go around the north face of the mountains here. Keep myself in VFR conditions, because I'm not flying into that soup. We'll go around the north face here, and we'll circle back. That is way too crappy, and way too high altitude to know I'm going to miss it. Sort out our mixture a little bit there. We're on the ballpark, just shy of peak. This little bird is getting kicked about. Like, no. Behave yourself, Beech. You are one of my favourite aircraft. Not my favourite, because there's things like the 206 and the Beaver in there, but of my twins, the Beech 18 is up there as my favourite twin. Bar none. I love this little thing. Well, that and the Dakota. Favourite small twin. Like, favourite small kind of useful cargo load. Kind of little cargo plane. Love it. Oh, hello. Ugh. God, okay. We're in downdraft. Whew. This is nail-biting. You see the plane get sucked down there. Give it more power just to help her get over there. You saw we got sucked down and we got Stallhorn kicking in as well. Damn. This might be a really risky trip. I'm nervous. Oh boy, am I nervous. Oh. I don't even know what we're doing. We're doing 200 knots! Oh my god, across the ground. We are. Oh wow. Well, we're almost picking up a 29 knot tailwind right now, so I'm powering back here to keep our speed in check. Oh, oh god. This is 2 hands on the yoke job. Trying to keep this thing under control. I've still got mad rudder oscillation as well. What the... Nose down, please. Yeah, this is fasten your seatbelts territory. Come on. Max continuous. Let's go. Okay, I'm sweating now. There's snow on that mountain, but I am sweating. Where's that button? I mean, they can't smoke anyway. If they can go out to the smoking area on the wing, but I probably should have turned on the fasten seatbelts a little while ago. There's no people in the back. There's just cargo and me. So, yeah, that's not really necessary, but, yeah. Good job that's strapped down. Alright, let's pull this back. We are moving. I thought this would be a much longer trip, but these winds have been carrying us. And it has been aggressive the whole way here. Whew. Okay. If I recall, Sheep Mountain's also got an angle to its runway. Let me quickly check nav. Nav.com. Runway 05 is overgrown. Okay, we're not landing on that one. We're landing on 33. Or 23. Okay, that's the other runway there. Large loose rocks. 29 feet obstructions. Huh. Trying to find details and keep myself upright. Runway 5 and 23, so it's really overgrown right now. 249 true. Okay, and it's going to be 223 magnetic we're looking for. The road 59 feet right of center line. Oh, holy heck, hold on. Yeah, we're just going to have to wing this. When do I do anything different? We're going to have to wing this. We're 11 nautical miles out right now. Stay still. Oh, this is spicy. Yeah. I think I bit off more than I can chew. I really hope we can land. Like, the takeoff was definitely a screw it, we're going anyway. That's a vibe I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with, but in this case, landing I'm going to go by if I could actually do it. I will have to go around if I have to go around, but we'll work it out when we get there. But I'm going to play this one safe for the landing, because this could get really aggressive. Okay. Okay, we're a little bit short of where we're heading to now. I believe we're up on the hillside over there. Whew. We're still oscillating pretty badly. I must say, I do like how this has been made. You've got the modern instrumentation shoved into the old. It's how a lot of these things look. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous bird. People have said it flies very wooden compared to other planes. I mean, to be honest, for me, it feels quite similar in terms of how it flies to Shoop's Beech back in FS 2004 and FSX. That thing, this feels very similar. A little bit less twitchy on takeoff, but you've always got that torque weirdness with MSFS sometimes with tail draggers. They can always behave quite oddly, but I think that's going to be us on the left over there on the hillside. Oh boy. Yeah, this'll be fun. That's us over there. On the mountainside. Oh boy. On a wing and a prayer is what we're going for here. On a wing and a prayer. I don't know if I'm going to land this in one piece. Hopefully you'll get enjoyment out of whatever carnage ensues. Yep, that is Sheep Mountain. I recognise it from FSX with the Orbix Alaska scenery. One of the spots I flew into. Get a little bit of power here. Yeah, just to the upper side of the river there. Okay. Let's bring our speed back here. Here's full fine on the props. Make sure it is for now. Pull the power out. We'll get the gear down and we'll do a pass and see what we think. See what the wind's doing for us. 2,200 feet. I'm going to want some flaps, but it's going to be interesting because this is not good. This is going to be crosswind. So we'll have to find out, won't we? Oh, lucky me. Yep, that's us over there. Landing gear coming down. Green light. No, I hope they appreciate these supplies. Those mountains are unpleasant and it's still choppy here. So power, we'll put one notch of flaps in, call it at that. Whoa! If you think I'm doing this for drama, I am not. This is genuinely hard to control. Okay, we'll head just to where that kink in the road is, and we'll turn for our base and final, which will be one turn here. The classic box traffic pattern in theory exists in a lot of places, but it doesn't always exist in practicality. And I'm not expecting a lot of air traffic. We'll see what we do. Okay, the road will be our guide for approach, because that should be on the southern side of the, or the lower side of the strip. Power, power, power. Let's keep ourselves in flap range, but just about there. That ASI is bouncing. We're going to be blown sideways here, so we won't just skidding turn. Come on. Come on, little piggy. Need a lot of power here to hold us at about 100 knots. We're almost dead into the wind right now. Unfortunately, we'll be dealing with downdrafts and a crosswind landing into there. This is going to be horrible. I can already tell. Downdrafts, because it'll be coming off the mountain here, and a crosswind. Well, let's see what it feels like, shall we? This definitely requires a test approach. Oh dear God. I'm applying constant rudder here. Ugh. This shaking is not me. Let's get the nose into the wind a little bit here. Oh God, no, my pedals aren't moving. See, they're solid. Dear God, this is crazy. I think I can make this happen. Okay, we'll climb out, we'll come back around, we'll do it again. I think I can make this happen. This is going to be real rough. This is not going to be clean. My flight instructor's not watching. It's the oscillation I'm really worried about. That's what worries me the most. I can handle the crosswind. It's the wild oscillation this plane's doing. I think I have a plan. We'll see. Right. Props are good. Mixture is good. Rich. We have everything set to where it should be. There we are. We'll head up to the dog leg up here and we'll turn around. I am not a religious person, but if there is a dog, I hope it's got a bone and chasing after a ball. More on that later. Alright, let's go land an aeroplane, shall we? Okay, we're looking good. Here goes nothing. Or is it they like to say YOLO? Yeah. Well, I prefer YODO. You only die once, and I'd rather it not be today. Even if this is virtual. Tap on some wood on my desk. Let's do it. Gear coming down. I got the power, drop our speed here. Should be into the wind, so this will give us the opportunity. I'm going to see how it behaves without flaps, because we seem a lot more stable right now. No, we're not. Okay, let's try some abnormal power. Isometric thrust here. Try and steady her out. Oh, a bit fast. Let's pull that back. One notch of flaps are in. Oh, this is gonna suck. No. Oh, buddy. This is... Turn, please. Thank you. Is that spitterings of rain as well? Just what I needed. Okay. We are landing, and we're going to do it in one piece. Alive and intact. Ugh. There's a good chance we won't be either. Come on, give me some nudge into the wind. Let's power up the left engine a bit more than the right. Noses into this shindig. Oh, I'm gonna die in a ball of fire. They're not gonna be able to mark my grave. They'll just be saying, here she lies, kind of everywhere. Power's idled out. Oh, that was surprisingly gentle. Please, touchdown. That'd be nice. Yep, thank you. Stop anytime you like. That'd be nice. I got real gentle since I dropped over that ledge. Real gentle. I got real gentle the second I got over that. As soon as I dropped below that ridge, just short of the runway, that got real gentle real fast. I am actually sweating in real life right now. Nope, that's too much power. Nope, we're not taking off again. That was an experience. I did not think that would work. I was fully prepared to go around if that thing didn't stop oscillating, but I guess we hit a lucky pocket. We came over the ridgeline and it just started to smooth out. I wish I could feel the air coming in that window right now. I wish I could feel that air. After the most horrific takeoff in my entire flight sim history on recording, and I'm leaving that in. That was the smoothest landing. Let's just take a look over my shoulder. I can't over here, so... Can I even unlatch that back here? Is there a back there view? There isn't a back there view. We're just going to go outside. I'm not often exhausted after flights, but that was friggin' spicy, if that's the best word to use in this case. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and that was less stressful for you than it was for me, but I love this little girl. That is a fun little plane. That is fun. Call it wooden? There was nothing wooden about that flight. You know what's wooden? Flying in perfectly calm conditions every time people fly, because most people do. Flying something crazy and have a blast. If a video game, and this is, can leave you sweating, then you've done something right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.